Hello, art people. We're just doing a one-day lesson today. It's called Pinwheels for Veterans Day. Here's your dialogue for it. I am constructing a pinwheel using right and acute triangles to celebrate Veterans Day so that I can experiment and develop skills in multiple art making techniques and approaches through practice. So before we get started constructing our pinwheel, we're going to be watching a video. So we're going to pause it and we're going to watch a video called Angle Song Acute, Obtuse, and Right Angles by the YouTube channel Math Songs by Number Rock. All right, now that we have watched that video, you'll see a lot of the angles that song was about are actually going to show up in our project. So first we need a piece of paper. So if you're the teddy bear, you can get everyone a piece of paper at your table. And then we're going to turn this rectangle into a square. So the first thing we're going to do is take this bottom line here, and we want it to line up perfectly with the side over here on like this bottom section of it. So put your paper like this on your table so it's tall and in portrait mode. Tall instead of long like landscape. Put your finger in the bottom left corner. This will help keep it still while we do this. The bottom right corner, you're going to pull it up. And remember, our goal is to get this bottom up to the side. So we're going to go like this. We're not going to stop here. That's not far enough because this line is not perfectly on top of this line. And this is where you will stop right there. See how this is right on top of that? So we don't want to go too far. We want to go right here. So once it is perfectly lined up to that, you'll have about this much left over, and you'll be able to fold it down, and it will perfectly cut this corner in half. Do you see any of the angles from the song? What do you see? Do you see any right angles? Yeah, this one right here. So this is what type of triangle? A right triangle. Good. Now, we don't need this extra paper anymore. So if you're a puppy dog, you can get out the scissors. And we are going to cut off this extra rectangle. Good. Now, just so you guys know, our pinwheels are not going to spin. I am going to include a tutorial at the end for if you want to go home and make them spin. I will show you how to do that at home. We're not doing them at school because it requires a very pointy, sharp object, and I don't want anybody to accidentally poke themselves. Also, I don't want you guys to accidentally mess up anything in your backpack when you're taking these home. So this pin is what I'm going to use at the end of the video to turn it into a spinning pinwheel, but you can do that at home if you want versus here at school. Okay. Now, open this up, and right now we have how many triangles? 2, and we want 4. So what you're going to do is on this line here, we are going to fold on it. So you're going to take the corner that's at the end of this line and pull it up to the corner on the other end. Make them high five, and then crease it down and open it up. And now we have 4 triangles. All right, do you see any right triangles? No, not anymore because we cut them in half. So what are these angles? If it's less than 90 degrees, it's a acute angle. Let's get out our pencil. If you're an alligator, you can get out the pencils. On the bottom right corner, write your name. And your class, which is 5 and the first letter of your teacher's last name. Okay, now if you're the bear, you can get out the reference images. And these are some different ideas for you. So this is going to be a Veterans Day theme. So it's going to be honoring those who have served in the military. So obviously it can be red, white, and blue. And you can also use black if you want for outlining. You could do stripes, stars. This is kind of how the pinwheel works. The white from the back is going to show through on the front when we fold it up, just so you know. Probably won't have time to do the back, but just in case you somehow have time to do the back, instead of the white coming through, it would just be whatever you color the back. Although this is an example, you're not allowed to use yellow. Here's some different camo ideas because, like I said, Veterans Day is about those who have served us in the military. And these are different camo ideas if you'd like to do some camo designs. Here are some more designs ideas for you. And here are some more as well. So you can do red, white, and blue, of course, for the American flag. You can also use green and brown for camo. If you're the kitty cat, you can get out the colors. Okay, the last thing that we need before we get started coloring is actually a placemat, because you're going to be coloring off of your page to make these patterns look really nice. We don't want to color onto the table. So if you're the alligator, you can get everybody at your table a placemat. Okay, once your artwork is on your placemat, you can go ahead and get started with your coloring and designing. All right, you guys. So let's take a break from our coloring here. I'm going to show you guys how to assemble this, okay? So we are going to need some glue sticks. So if you're the puppy dog, go ahead and get out your glue sticks. All right. Now, we are going to cut on our fold lines. So you know how we have 4 triangles and we folded our paper to make those 4 triangles, right? You remember that? So I refolded. You can fold again on them like I just did so you can see them a little better because they might be flattened out now. But this is where we're going to cut. Now, you cannot cut the entire thing on both sides because then this will just be gone. We don't want it to be gone. We just want to be able to fold it a little bit. So when you cut on these lines, only cut halfway down, okay? So this is halfway. So this is our line, and this is halfway down the line. So you start at the corner and you cut halfway and then stop. Do you keep going or do you stop? You stop. So for my scissors, this is just going to take like 1 cut. It might take 1.5 for you. So here I go. So everybody pick out your first line, go to the corner, and just 1 or 1.5 cuts. Well, mine's a little 1 1/4 for me. But look, it's like halfway down. That's it. It needs to be like this. Okay? And you are going to do that on each corner. So rotate it a little bit and do the same thing. Go to the corner and cut about that far down. So we have flaps. Okay, go ahead and do the rest of them. Okay. So now check and make sure that all of your corners are separated there. Okay? All right, good. Now, we are almost done. So now you're just going to take your glue stick, take the cap off. You're going to put some glue in the middle. Glue, 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 glue. A lot of glue. Okay, now take one of your flaps and turn it down and place it on that glue, like so. And we're going to hold it. Okay, that's good. Like 10 seconds. The next one, oh, we'll hold it down while we do the next one. This next corner, we don't need to cut that. We don't need to bring this one down because look, that is not what we want, is it? So for each of our triangles, you're only gluing one of the flaps down. And it has to be on the same side each time. So this corner here, we're skipping it. And then we're going to go to the next one here. Okay, so put some glue on top of that corner now. And take this next one down here, okay? So it's your next section. We're on our next section, and we're bringing that down, and then hold it. Okay, you can rotate a little bit. So see how we're making a pinwheel? Okay. And hold this. Let go for a little bit. Add some more glue on top. And then we're going to go to the next corner. So it's the next section here. This one. Okay? Bring it down and hold it like that. And then we have one more. So again, glue on the top. Here's our next corner. Bring it in and hold it down. Okay. Now you guys hold this down while I show you guys. If you want to turn this into a rotating pinwheel at home, this is what you'll do. So you just watch while you hold this. And yes, your finger is going to be sticky. So at home, if you can use a thumbtack or a sewing pin or something like that. And what you would do is poke through, and of course you'd want to have adult supervision so you don't poke yourself. But you would poke through all these papers, and you'd have to be careful back here See where it's coming through, how I don't have fingers there? My fingers are on both sides of where it's coming through, so I don't poke myself. So I poked it through like that. See? And then I'm pushing it all the way through. So it's like this on the front. So now it spins. So at this point, you would then need to get this on a stick. So a lot of times people use straws. That's the most common thing. Here's just a little piece of cardstock. So you would then poke that. I'm going to now poke it through the cardstock, which is just thick paper. Through there, like that. And then at this point, you would have to bend this down, or an adult would bend this down, maybe even go like this actually. And then the adult would use hot glue or tape or something to get this pointy part to not be pokey anymore. They would cover this with tape or hot glue, and it would stay down on that. And then it would rotate. See how it rotates now? But pinwheels are still really beautiful, even if they don't rotate, so it's all good. Okay. Now, if you have glue on your fingers, instead of going to the bathroom to wash your hands, you can actually just go like this, and the glue will turn into like a little ball, and then you just kind of, it just falls off your fingers. So you don't actually need to go to the bathroom to wash your hands. You just go like this, where your fingers feel sticky, and you can kind of see the glue is just coming all together. It's coming to stick together into a ball, so we're good. Okay, so that is the project. At this time, if you need to color more, you can. But that is it. So you guys did a great job. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.